Okay, so I'm sure everyone in their life has had to apologize to someone or explain themselves of why they did the thing that they did, if you got in trouble, or someone did something to you and they had to apologize to you. Well, a quote from John Wayne: "Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness." I've had good experiences, bad experiences with not apologizing and not explaining, but ultimately in the end I've always had bad experiences. When you do something wrong and you really hurt someone, like you have to apologize to them. I know there's certain circumstances where no, I'm not gonna apologize, or what my statement is true and I'm gonna stick to it. But when you see someone that you really hurt their feelings, or you've held a grudge against them for a number of years, sometimes you just gotta apologize, or someone just give in. With my experience with my sister, we stopped talking probably when I was around 15. She just left or whatever, and then now that I'm 22, 7 years later, she comes back, and I've had a little grudge with her for since the time that she left, and I just gathered up the courage to just come up to her and just forget everything, just start new. And because I'm older now. When I was younger, I had a grudge, and I couldn't gather up the courage to just go up to her and apologize to her, because she left because our family was not so nice to her, and I was part of that. So I guess with me, I took it upon myself to apologize for the whole for the whole family. And yeah, or there's when you're a kid, or when you're in school and you get detention in high school, the teacher starts to explain yourself, why did you do this? Why did you throw the pencil at Peter over there? You're just like, I don't know. You can't explain yourself. And going back to the quote, it's John Wayne says it's a sign of weakness. I don't think it's a sign of weakness. I think it's more of a strength to just forgive someone. Not so much forget. I'm not that kind of person to just forget, but I will forgive someone if they hurt me in any way, or did something wrong to me, or what have you. But yeah, that's it.
I thought that's what we were going to do anyway. Did you think it was like a long weekend?
All right, John, the attention device that you have is an abstract visualization, and that's a little complicated. You transitioned the topic pretty clearly. It sounds like you were basically disagreeing with the quote, and that seems to be consistent throughout the speech. You never say it directly, but I can kind of infer what your point of view is on that, so we'll give you some credit on that. There's no setup of what the structure is going to be. You found a couple of good examples to talk about, and when you get into the details on those, they actually work pretty well, illustrating the point that you are talking about. Your voice is fine. There's not a lot of hesitancy. It seems pretty fluent. You've got a lot of good gestures, some good indicators, and a lot of good descriptive gestures as well. Your facial expressions are usually solid. You smile at appropriate times. Sometimes it seems a little maybe oddly placed, but your eye contact is very inconsistent. You have a tendency to kind of look at the ceiling, look in the corner, like that's where you're giving your speech up. You're giving your speech in front of us, not to us. You're not engaging us. And when you watch, I think you'll notice that a little bit more. That's the one issue that might be related to anxiety. And then, of course, we've got the exit line that is a little bit problematic. So you want to figure out a more graceful way. Just come back to the quote and remind us what your point of view on it is. That's the easiest way to finish these things off.